Okay guys, this is the explanation for the depth of field effect. I was thinking about, how to do this depth of field, and yeah, I was just like, I get a distance map like this one here. So black means near to the camera and white means very far away. And yeah, then I thought if it's more, and then I got a focus plane. So this focus is at the moment at 5, and you can adjust this, but the focus is not saved in this texture here. So in the shader, I look up the value in the distance view, and then I get my normal shader. Where is it? Draw. Wait a second. I think it's yeah, it's down here. I got my distance map and I got my normal render. This is the render without any depth of field. And now I look for each pixel in the distance view. So here, black is the pixel we are rendering now. Okay, we'll take the right one because this was my first thinking. If the amount, these circles are representative for the amount. If the amount is 1, I fully fade to this 4 pixels, the yellow marked spots. Then if the amount is over 1, like 1.5 here, I take 1.5 from each of these marked spots. But this resulted in a very low frames per second. Yeah, and it was not usable. Then I had another idea. I don't multiply for each of these circles. I just resize this circle here, but this just multiplicated my picture and it looked awful. So I just looked on the internet how is it done normally to do depth of field. You first render your normal scene. Wrong. This here. You first render your normal scene here in the render. Then you have your depth texture and you have a completely blurred image from your normal render. How do you blur? You take this pixel, this, and this, and you do this like 10 times. To this, you first take this, render into this, then you take this and render into another render target until it's very blurry. Then you look up in the depth texture and fade from the very blurry image to the sharp image. It's fast, but it doesn't look so cool. So I made a combination of these two ideas. Now I make my normal render scene. I don't do this by now. I look up here. Don't. I look up here in the depth texture. If my amount is whatever. My amount is between 0 and 1. If it's like 1, no, not 1, 0.0. No, 0.0 is 0. 0.5. I mean 0.5. So I take 1.0 from this pixel, 0.5 from this, 0.5 from this, 0.5 from this, and 0.5 from this. And then I'll divide by the value. This is 1, 2, 3. I divide the whole color by 3 and I got a blurry pixel now. This is one pass of the depth. Now I'll repeat this and I get a very blurry image. This is wrong. I do the multiple passes here. I have to do them with the program code, because you can't draw the same texture, from the same texture again and again. This is the depth of field. So here this is the normal pixel in the middle, the black one in the picture, and then I take from the right upper, the right lower, and so on, and add each time the amount. But now you have the problem. If we have you have here object 1, fill it with this. So object 1 in the background and object 2 in the front. Object 1 is blurred, while object 2 is sharp. Okay, now we where did I stop? We are now blurring a pixel in the near of here of object 2. So we look up, yeah, amount is 1. Okay, we're blurred the whole stuff here. Okay, now the problem is these pixels are sharp in our image. So when I blur them to here, it looks a little bit shitty. I don't want that the background object blurs from the sharp front object. So I get the amount of the other pixel and I multiply them, so I don't get this annoying effect. So if now this one is sharp and the amount is 0, it's not added to the value of here, to this pixel. It's not added. And this is the main secret of the whole depth of field here of my I don't know, can I make this? Yeah, wait a second. Here you see it's sharp, and yeah, maybe you don't see it. Oh my god, come on. Okay, you see the ball here in the background. It's almost sharp too, and the background is blurry, but it doesn't blur into the sharp object here in front. Well, can I do this here better? I don't. No, I can't. Okay. Yeah, now. So you see the background doesn't blur into this object. And someone said, it's not, it's static DOF. No, it isn't. I can change the focus. So you see, the background gets sharp, the foreground gets blurry, and it looks awesome. Yeah. Okay, and then I can adjust some other things. We have here, what I showed here is a blur radius from 1, and at the moment my blur radius is at 1.4, so like here. This is my blur radius, and I take from here, from here, from here, and from here, and I can adjust this blur radius. This is the, no, this is the wrong program. I adjust this blur radius. Let me, so now see this. Yeah, here now it's blurry. Now adjust the blur radius to from, okay, now it's 1.3. It's very blurry. Now adjust it to 1.7. Not so blurry. 1.07, almost totally sharp, and yeah, this is like 0 and almost 0. Okay, and it's very sharp completely. So I can fade out the blurriness, and I can also adjust the DOF samples. Now we have 3 samples, which is yeah, acceptable. Huh? It's acceptable. Wait a second. Yay. Okay. 3 DOF samples is pretty lame. Okay. Let's take 10 again. 10 is pretty good. I mean, 20 is better. It's more blurry, but over 20 is just ridiculous. It doesn't do anything. You can't see it. I mean, now we have 20, and yeah, you don't see any difference between 20 and 50, I think. Okay, maybe a little difference, but it's not very big. And so I choose 10. because it took some frames if it's over 20 or over 10, and it's enough, I think. Now maybe you ask, why don't you adjust the blur factor more than 1.4? I'll show you. Maybe you see this there. Yeah, exactly. Here you see some scattering. I don't know what it's called, but it doesn't look fine. So 1.4 or 1.5 is the maximum you should use, and if we adjust it to whatever, like 5, yeah, it looks super blurry, but you have those strange look here, and I mean it's super blurry, but we don't want this strange look, so we'll choose a factor between 1 and 1.4 for maximum depth of field, or 1.4 just for maximum, and yeah, the stuff below is below, yay. Okay, did yeah, I didn't show the second texture, so maybe you see it better here, or not. See, here it's sharp and the background doesn't fade into this. Maybe now both are unsharp, and yeah, a little bit itch, maybe here. Yeah, now you see the background fades into the unsharp front object. When I set the focus to sharpen this foreground object, it doesn't fade. Yeah, this is what these multiplication with the other amount shows, and yeah, looks pretty cool. And from the lighting, we have here a point light without shadows, and maybe I add shadows later. And then we have a global directional light which come from, yeah, you see it from there, and then we got an ambient light. Otherwise this stuff here would be totally black. I mean, I can adjust this just to show you. Ambient intensity very low. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's totally black, almost totally black, and you just see the yellow from here, from the point light. Yeah, and I think I still have some problems with the focus on my graphics card, because I tested this on another machine, and yeah, the focus just moved very fast, or just faster than on my computer, and I don't know why. Yeah, but I think it doesn't matter. Yay, this is my depth of field effect, and I hope you like it. And yeah, it's dynamic. What do we understand under dynamic? Isn't it dynamic enough? You can adjust everything you want. There is no problem. Yeah, it looks awesome. Bam. Okay, see ya guys.